plus years in Minneapolis police serving, that's never happened before. And everybody involved in the film talks about how they've never seen a case that went to the FBI this quickly. That call was made, we know, by the Minneapolis police chief within hours of this incident. And I do believe that, this is why much of this evidence was kept from the public, because there was so much involvement from people that had never been involved before.
Was the autopsy report changed?
So we, in the book and also in the film, we kind of just put it out there for people that we have an autopsy done within 12 hours of George Floyd, so passing away. Keep in mind, this is long before any buildings are burning in Minneapolis, but you do see a narrative change a bit over the course of several days, and we go into that quite a bit. You have meetings over and over again with prosecutors, and you also have some public documentation that just came to light about the immense pressure that prosecutors felt to charge, especially these three other officers. That they, in fact, in court documents now say they were not comfortable charging these three other officers who are serving time in prison with sentences that range from 3 to 5 years. We know, of course, Derek Chauvin is behind bars for more than 20. So a lot of this stuff is coming to light now. But people really should question why. And all that medical documentation, it's all public documentation. Reporters could have been reporting about it for a very long time.
And how has your reporting on George Floyd affected you professionally?
Well, I had cancel culture come after me in full effect. I was a long-time news anchor here in the Twin Cities, and I was demoted, lost my position that I had for nearly a dozen years. I'm a Minnesota native, kind of worked at the station I grew up watching, and I was canceled, had many protests at my home, in fact. I needed to, lose my job, and in some cases, people wanted to threaten my life as well. But really what bothered me most about all of this is that the truth wasn't being told. And, these men and women, Minneapolis really lost the best of the best when it came to its police force. And
wow,
the intolerant left.
Floyd, man, Floyd, what a fucking piece of shit, man. I can't believe we fucking did all this shit over that fucking fucktard, man.
Gone too soon.
Fuck, man. This shit is amazing, man. I will say this though. As for Floyd being a piece of shit, and becoming like the impetus for all this social change, you never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know who's gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
life is like that. Life is
yeah. You know what? When you put it that way, I'm kind of excited to see who's gonna be the chosen one in 2024.
Oh yeah, because it's definitely gonna be somebody. They're gonna try to find a good one, but if a good one doesn't pop up, anyone will do.
Yeah. I mean, look, George Floyd was anyone.
Yeah,
and they made that shit work. They made that shit work.
Anyone will do. That's the thing about it. Like, it doesn't have to be a good one. Anyone will do. Yeah. So we'll see.
Look, right. They'll be lucky if they get some like honest, good little black kid walking into the library and getting gunned down by the cops for whatever reason. That'd be gold for them. But anyone will do.
Let's see what the Sun Turds are saying online, man.
About him getting stabbed? Buckle up, Jack.
Let you whack him. Get him again. Get him for me. I'm just scoot on over and let you whack him. Get him again. Get him for me.
Need to just hear this plainly. And we covered the trial of Derek Chauvin day in, day out. I covered every single minute of it.
Black people are funny, man.
Yeah.
Got me wearing fly, but I ain't asking to see they.
Man.
Thank me. Thank the knife. Don't thank me.
I mean, is there like what would be the equivalent of gliders doing this? You know, like if gliders do this, it's an issue.
Yeah, they know they can't though. The one thing about gliders, they're very well trained. They're like puppy dogs, man. Like you can't train a fucking I don't know what's the easiest trained animal, but like gliders are up there, man.
A mouse.
They know, man. Like they know. We see it every day. Like they
Yeah.
know
Oh
publicly.
yeah.
Whatever they do behind closed doors.
It's
They
kind of like,
know.
you know, it's kind of like the lab rats, right? You know how the experiments with the lab rats where if they click the wrong button, they get zapped.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Laughing Dog. He says, I'm gonna push back. MPD did anything wrong. Floyd could have got a Norcan shot in 3 seconds had he asked, and he knew he could have. But if he would have asked for the Norcan, that would have been admitting that he had
Yeah, he'd
something.
be snitching on himself.
Yeah. Salute to Mr. Clockwork. He says a serious society doesn't indulge in lunacy.
I wonder where he's from. Clockwork. I wonder if he's from America, what part, or from where.
Yeah, I don't know. Salute to James B. He says, will you interview Mike Enoch? I've been asking. Sure. Tell
Who the fuck
Mike
is that?
Enoch to hit the link, man. Mike Enoch, he's the Enoch Times. He has his own like newspaper or something.
Never
Tell
heard
him
of
hit
him.
the link, man. Mike Enoch can come up here anytime, man. Hey, Mike Enoch, man. Link in the description, man.
Yo, is he part of the manosphere?
Nah, man. He's a fucking. He's like a. What would you consider him? A right wing or what would you consider Mike Enoch? He's a truth teller. I put him like that.
The first time I ever saw them was right around, like, right before all the COVID shit started. They were one of the first people I actually saw reporting on some stuff about it on YouTube.
Also, he was talking about how the jab was a conspiracy or whatever the fuck.
It was before even there was a jab, so it was like literally when it was first happening. You know, talking like February 2020, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay, I remember.
Yeah, I'll give him that. He's the truth teller, man. Yeah. Shit, man. Some people so happy, man. They're very happy about this, man.
Man, the privilege to just be free and say what you
Well,
want.
I mean, they like the violence, but you know how they feel about the violence towards gliders in particular, and a glider police. Shit.
Ooh, that's a fact. A police period.
This is a flaunting of privilege because, yeah, you're right. No matter what, no one else gets to do this. They're the only ones that get to have this on a public platform. Because if a glider comes on here and says, you people, they'll be fucking.
You people are wrong.
Hey, you people need to stop with this stuff. You people need to stop with all this. Derek Chauvin was a man.
Right. Stop the music. Scratch. Yeah, nah. This is nauseating, man. Like if you ask me, the fact is worse than the shit they're saying, because they're gonna say what they say, but the fact that they can say it is incredible to me. And they'll still cry this and that. Like, give me a fucking break, dude.
Privilege.
No solution, man. We're pretty fucked.
Yeah, this country's going in the opposite direction in regards to like recognizing the issue.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with you. He caused is basically, you know, right there is you got a great argument for saying that if he had just put him in that fucking car, closed the door, like he damn near had him 90% of the way, that would have been it, whatever happened. But like, he didn't deserve all this fucking shit. We all know how fucked up this is, but it's like wicked as observed. It's so hard to understand how the rest of the fucking world doesn't seem to.
The country is retarded.
There's a large portion of the country that recognizes that George Floyd is a fucking horrible person, but
Where
there's just
they
so many
at,
that
though?
don't.
Where they at,
Of
though?
course, but we're still a minority in that sense,
Right.
as
Yeah.
compared to people who don't, see the issue in this.
Yeah, you say large, but I can't tell. I'm pretty sure if I go out in public and say to like any given person, right, they probably would think I'm crazy, right?
There's a bunch of boomer conservatives that hate George Floyd for good reason, but they're far less than what we would consider normal here. They're like fucking listening to Brandon Tatum or some stupid shit.
Yeah, look, me saying that the truth on this will be me spewing far right talking points
They hate.
somehow. That's what they would
Salute
say.
to salute to LBB Ridge 99. I mean, salute. He says salute to not Jimmy Stewart. He says, have you ever played Jimmy the Greek in regards to what got him for year? Yeah, we know Jimmy Greek. Jimmy the Greek said the big black with the little black and the black and Jimmy the Greek was wild, man. Nate Ways, man. He said like button, hit it. We should have 400 likes, man. I know we got 400 likes in the building, man. Shout out to Eric S. Ock Nation Hall of Famer coming through once again. Let's go for 400 likes. All it takes is for everyone who has not hit the like button to hit the like button. Let's get into some of this fuckery, man. Let's see if we can find this next BLM poster child. Give me a city, man.
But I think about the motherfucker that stabbed Chauvin. Like he must be feeling like he did something. Like like he's a freedom fighter.
But you do know that it probably wasn't over George Floyd.
I mean, I want to say I'll bet money it was, but you're right. I mean, I would think it was, man.
Because a lot of times you think that it's you may think that it's over that, and it'd be something completely. It'd be like an interpersonal thing.
Yeah, true. But the thing is, though, someone like Chauvin can never be in general population, never, because they will attack him. I mean, and the fact that he was around other inmates, to be hurt, because I heard they were understaffed, and I mean that's everywhere, right? But the fact that he was able to be around other inmates, that's crazy.
Imagine being hunted and imagine being marked and known by every son woman in the United States for death.
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, I don't know, man. It's fucked up. That's kind of the rest of his life now, though. Oh, he's a political prisoner, if you ask me. I don't want to sound dramatic, but that's basically what he is. Because his incident was politicized.
Yeah, he's definitely a political prisoner, man. He did nothing wrong. I mean, nothing. He didn't even do a little bit. Like I see some people saying that they feel like a lot of conservatives feel like they gotta say, well, he did nothing wrong. At any point, he did what he was trained to do.
Right. Yo, Black Gens, he's in the bag, Chief.
A word.
Yeah, no, it fucking honestly it breaks your fucking heart. Again, not to be dramatic, but it really breaks your fucking heart.
Yeah, my bad. I got kicked. But yeah, I mean the Derek Chauvin thing it's crazy, especially when you look at the autopsy and just like the evidence that we have now of tampering within Hennepin County, and even prosecutors being afraid to pretty much, serve actual justice. I mean, it's a shame. It's definitely a failure of the legal system for sure.
Yeah, it's a damn shame, man. Do we have a city on the board?
Somebody said Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge always comes through, man. Shout out to Baton Rouge, man.
Louisiana.
Yeah, man. You can't go wrong with down there, man. Them parts, man.
The
What
swamp.
is it?
Hometown Lil Boosie.
Yeah,
Swamp.
it's got to be like 50 plus.
Southside of
Right.
Baton Rouge.
If the alligators don't get you, the South man will.
Well, some man way more likely to get you.
Yeah, man. Let's see what's going on.
I live in Baton Rouge, a fucking shithole.
Just in tonight, East Baton Rouge deputies are looking for this teenage escapee. Deputies say Jaden Honore removed his ankle monitor and left his home in Baton Rouge Thursday around noon. He was last seen along East Brookstown. Deputies believe he may be in contact with some family members. He's currently facing an armed robbery charge as well as a simple escape charge. If you know where he could be, you can call Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP or the Louisiana Office of Juvenile Justice.
So we can put that bracelet back on him.
Yeah, exactly, man.
And let him go again.
Jeez.
He learned his lesson.
Fuck, man.
Next story is we're having a bracelet shortage.
Right.
Exactly.
We had one here in Battleground Chicago. There was a shortage of bracelets.
I'm sure they return them after they, break out of them.
Right. That's actually a good investment, right? Whatever company that is, I'm gonna put some money in that stock at the rate we're going anyway.
Happy Thanksgiving, and thank you for joining us here on 9 News at noon. I'm Dion Giller. We have a lot to get to, but we want to start things off with a shooting that killed an 18-year-old. That story, new at noon. Baton Rouge police say the shooting happened around 8 last night in the 7600 block of East Industrial Avenue. That's just off Airline Highway near Greenwell Springs Road. Police say 18-year-old Latravian Lee was shot several times.
Latravian Lee.
Damn.
Jeez. Yo, every city. Fucking Thanksgiving shootings.
Yeah, they didn't skip a beat, man.
Times. He was then taken to the hospital where he later died. If you know anything that can help investigators in this, call Crime Stoppers at number 344-STOP.
Stop. Oh, shit, man. Jaden, Latravian.
Not Latravian, bro.
Yeah, that shit's wild.
Call 1-800-SNITCH.
In a non-news
got the
alert,
whole
this
room.
man has been arrested for a deadly shooting in Iberville Parish. Sheriff Brett Stassi says 22-year-old Daniel Knowles has been arrested and charged with manslaughter and obstruction of justice. Deputies say they responded to a call on Tuesday of shots fired on Maggio Street. When they got there, they found a 46-year-old man shot with a gunshot wound. Officials say the victim was taken to the hospital where he later died from his injuries. And
Could have been a George Floyd, but you got shot by Daniel Knowles.
Right. Yo, I think about that though. Like that's gotta be one of the worst deaths to have. You died at White Castle.
Yes.
It's one of my worst fears is being killed by the result of some fucking infinitesimally microscopically petty fucking beef or whim.
But what I'm saying though, like not White Castle. I mean, I'll die anywhere. Burger King, McDonald's, not White Castle.
Ruby Tuesdays.
Mm.
Red
Heaven
Lobster.
police are looking for a man they believe is connected to a shooting that left a pregnant woman and her sister fighting for their lives. You can see that surveillance video caught the shootout at Legend Sports Bistro and Billiards in Hammond. Now police are hoping.
Hey, man.
Stop it.
No way. You can't make this shit up. Script just writes itself, bro.
Right. I wonder how's the
over.
food there. I wonder if the food's any good.
Mm.
We should go check it out. We should go check it out.
Yo, man, listen, man. That's a rough looking son, man. Though he looked tough, man.
Baton Rouge is fucking hot right now. What the hell?
It look like he's not done killing people yet. If you ask me.
No, they'll probably let him out.
But he's not. He's not
Once
caught
he's
yet,
arrested.
right? Yeah, it looked like he's not done killing yet.
Yeah, it doesn't look remorseful.
Woman and her sister.
So where's the woman and her sister? So he's just he's shooting indiscriminate. Yeah,
For their
he's
lives.
just he's shooting a switch down here. I thought he was shooting at this guy. He's shooting down here. So yeah, they probably he's just shooting indiscriminately.
Niggas out of control.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wall running, falling backwards, shooting a switch.
Nigga was doing a Kobe fadeaway.
Yo, maybe that's how he trained at the range. Just falling back and just shoot, spray, fuck it, pray and spray.
Man, damn.
For their lives.
Rough, man.
You can see that surveillance video caught the shootout at Legend Sports Bistro and Billiards in Hammond. Now police are hoping to find 23-year-old Jack Smith, who you see there on your screen. He's believed to be one of the alleged gunmen. He's facing
Jack Smith. Oh God, doesn't matter, man. Let's see, man. Like this scene right here. No way, man. I've been in this scene countless times, but now, no way, man. Yo, no way, man.
Yes, too many.
In here. You serious?
He's believed to be one of the alleged gunmen. He's facing multiple charges tonight, including 2 counts of attempted second-degree murder.
Murder investigation at the Clayton County Jail. The sheriff says an inmate beat his cellmate to death.
The sheriff's office says the killing was racially motivated. Fox 5's Kim Leffler joins us live from the jail now with the details tonight. Kim?
We know this happened yesterday here inside the Clayton County Jail. It comes as the Clayton County Sheriff continues to request millions of dollars in funding from county commissioners to improve jail conditions. On Sunday, the Clayton County Sheriff's Office says Jacquez Jackson beat and killed his cellmate, punching, kicking, and slamming his head on the toilet. The Sheriff's Office says Jackson said multiple times he does not like Mexicans and Hispanics.
Damn, I'm burrito dirty.
Uh-oh.
Ain't no coalition in this.
That's wild.
Right. Hey, for the record, me either.
Jacquez Jackson.
Never Jack, man.
Yo, the fact that
Double Jack.
the fact that they're considering, I guess, hate crime for this one, he must have gone over the top with it, Chief. Like, he made it more than abundantly clear.
Yeah, he must have. They was taking him away, and he was still saying "fucking wetback."
Right. And then some.
Yo, man. Wow, we be giving you on burritos though.
I can hear it now.
Bitch ass beater ass. Yeah, echoing down the hall.
Right. Because let's be honest, man, they be giving these clowns here the benefit of the doubt. They never like mentioned this element ever. So for him to be being brought up, he must have gone over the top with it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Racially motivated. They probably couldn't tell if that was an Ombrito or Sandman, but he was done with him.
County Sheriff's Office says Jacquez Jackson beat and killed his cellmate, punching, kicking, and slamming his head on the toilet. The Sheriff's Office says Jackson said multiple times he does not like Mexicans and Hispanics and wants to kill them. Deputies charged him with murder, malice murder, aggravated assault, and starting a penal riot.
It's sad, it's tragic, but it's not surprising.
Atlanta Attorney Thomas Reynolds has received several calls about conditions inside the Clayton County Jail for months. He says more needs to be done to keep inmates safe.
At the end of the day, I think there just has to be some federal oversight. There has to be better oversight of that facility. And I'm aware they're trying to make some changes, but it's too little, too slow.
The Clayton County Jail is nearly 400 inmates over capacity, forcing them to put 3 inmates.
400 inmates over capacity. What does that do to a prison, Wiki? Like, what does that mean when you got 400 over capacity?
Well, I mean, obviously overcrowded, right? And then when you factor in the fact that they definitely are short, because it's hard to keep, guys, correctional officers. So you factor that in there, and
That's what I always wonder about. It's like, who wants to? It must be hard to find people that want to deal with these fucking rabid sunmen in particular.
Oh, dude, put it like this, dude. It's gotta be in you. And then it
Yeah, I believe that.
pause, right? Pause. But what I was gonna say is, and then it brings up a lot of issues with like the ACLU and the NAACP, and then because then you don't have enough staff, you got to keep the inmates, in their cell longer. They don't get out for rec time. There's, and like, you know what's going on with these gliders, like all
Yeah.
these criminal rates.
Yeah, and I mean, this is pretty much a logistical nightmare. Prisons being overcrowded, and when you have maintenance issues in that prison, those issues are exacerbated because you got these guys and say it's wintertime and the heat's not working. Now they're super cold. Now they're getting more desperate for basic necessities. I mean, Clayton County is known for having bad prisons as well. And you already had overcrowding this summer, and the prisoners were actually protesting, and they wouldn't go back in their cell. They were actually staying out in the yard, and they weren't going back into their cells because this summer they didn't have AC. So I can only imagine they probably don't have heating during the winter. So, I mean, I guess it's going to be a lot of niggas turning into punks and having a bunk buddy at the end of the winter.
Fuck them in their AC, man. You don't want to fucking be in jail. Stop carjacking people, man. Stop shooting and shit in public.
Nah, they're in there for no reason.
Fuck their AC, man. And listen, I get it, man. I'm a Sun man. Sun man, I may have to kill a Sun man. So I don't want to go to jail. But what I'm saying is that, like, yeah, still, man, fuck that, man. Whining over AC, man. You seen them African prisons, man?
Right.
We already did the African prisons, man. Shit.
Right, for a fact.
Fuck are they talking about AC?
Better shut up before we shove you into 400 square feet.
It's too little, too slow.
The Clayton County Jail is nearly 400 inmates over capacity, forcing them to put 3 inmates in a cell. Sheriff LaVon Allen has asked county commissioners for $6.5 million in funding to expand the jail's capacity. $5 million more have already been approved to improve security, such as lights, locks, and cameras.
We're going to continue to see these sorts of incidents and death within that facility unless there's some oversight. That's the bottom line. This is just what we know of. It's so hard to get people to talk in those situations. Unless somebody dies or it becomes, impossible. We're just probably scratching the tip of the iceberg here.
Now, Jackson was in the Clayton County Jail for violating probation on misdemeanor and felony charges, including terroristic.
He was in there for misdemeanors. Oh shit, man! And you killed somebody.
And he just beat a hombrito to death on a whim. It was probably so cold in there that he had to beat his cellmate to death.
Beat him with the toilet too. I mean,
fucking curb stomped him on the toilet. Goddamn Mexicans.
Right.
Maybe he feels like the Mexicans took some kind of job that he, wasn't gonna apply for anyway.
Right. Exactly. Talk about getting the shit beat out of you, right?
Here go one. I think we might have this guy. He might be too early, but he's a good candidate for 2024 Floyd, man.
Sign the ticket. I'm not guilty. Sign the ticket. That's what you're trying to make me say. Sign the ticket. Okay, I'm sign the ticket.
We're finally getting a look at body camera video.
How many Sun people have died because they would not sign a ticket?
Oh my God, it's crazy.
That did not say anything about the fact that they were guilty.
Wow.
They just can't make the connection.
Yeah, poor decision making.
That's what you're trying to make me say. Sign the ticket. Okay, I'm sign the ticket.
We're finally getting a look at body camera video showing the events leading up to the death of a man while in Atlanta police custody. Good afternoon, and thank you for choosing Fox 5 for your afternoon news. I'm Alex Whitler. Johnny Holloman died in August while in APD custody after a traffic stop. His family has long contended that the body camera video will show he did not have to die. We now have that video. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor joins us live with a closer look at it. Angelique, what have you seen?
Good afternoon, Alex. There was much anticipation about this video. It was released this morning about 9 o'clock. It lasts for about an hour. It is the complete traffic stop involving Johnny Holloman, the deacon, and the officer who is now fired. The video that you will see is from the officer's perspective, his body cam perspective. And we want to warn you, it is difficult to watch, very disturbing video, but we thought in full transparency, it is best for everybody to see this video for itself. Now, Deacon Holloman was involved in this minor traffic accident on August 10th. The officer asked him to sign the ticket, and here is what transpired after that.
I ask you one more time, sign the ticket. So you sign the ticket. Sign the ticket. I'm not guilty. Sign the ticket.
It's called a Terry stop. So they can stop you and they can ask you to sign the ticket only. And if you don't sign the ticket, they can arrest you. This is not like the officer's discretion. The ticket is to make sure that you're saying that, yes, I will aware that this happened and I'm coming to court on this date.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's not an admission of guilt.
Right.
And they explain that to you before they even and sometimes I think, maybe this old nigga could have heard it wrong. Just once you say guilt in general and guilt comes out of a police officer's mouth, he's triggered. So whether he said, hey, this is not an admission of guilt, this doesn't mean that you did it and you're guilty of it. It just means, that you acknowledge that you received the ticket and your court date and whatnot. And you agree to either resolve this issue or show up to court. And if you don't, then obviously, a warrant's going to be put out for your arrest. So I just don't understand. You're this old. And then they keep saying, we're teaching our kids to have our hands on 10 and 2 and not get out of the car and put on your best white person
he's
voice.
old as fuck. He didn't get to talk.
Right. And it's just like everything that we're being taught about how Black people are scared of the police and how we act around the police is just a blatant lie. And it's, being exposed body cam after body cam video at a time.
I mean, the talk shit is so stupid. Every fucking glider kid that I knew my age got the talk that some people claim to be having with their kids all the fucking time. And we're not out here fucking, screaming and crying about it.
Listen, man, these people right here, you saw it with that girl. Remember last year, Officer Brooks?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Officer
It's
Brooks.
identical. It's the same part.
It's something about these people. It's DNA, man. It's DNA. They are the only ones you see getting in this situation. It's just fucking crazy.
I hope it was worth it.
Shit, man. 62 years old.
The ticket. You're just trying to make me say. Sign the ticket. Okay, I'm gonna sign the ticket. I'm gonna sign the ticket. I'm gonna sign the ticket. Sign the ticket. Sign the ticket. How can I sign the ticket? You're acting crazy. I'm not doing nothing. Give me your arm. I'm right here. Give me your arm. I'm right here. Give me your arm. My body already hurt, man. All right. I'm on another unit.
This is black on black too.
Yep. Right, you didn't sign the ticket. You're right, you didn't do the sign.
Well, it's like you always say, this shit started this bout of I didn't do nothing started the moment that he hit the ground. Like before that, none of that shit matters or comes into the equation. None of that. What that got to do with this?
Right.
You pushed me.
And the reality is, I mean, he could have just went to court, and a lot of times the judges are going to throw it out. I
Right.
mean, they really will. I got a speeding ticket,
sure.
and sometimes I just go ahead and pay the ticket, but sometimes I will go to court, and I go to court. You talk to the judge, it's really quickly, and the prosecutor, or you talk to the prosecutor, he gives you a deal, and then you go take the plea deal that you got with the judge, and then if the judge likes you, he might even dismiss it, especially if it's your first speeding ticket, or the first one that you've gotten within 10 years. So I mean, I just don't understand why you would crash out over something like this.
Now, do you guys think the fact that it was a black cop, is he still a good candidate for 2024, or does that make him?
Nah, that ruins the whole narrative.
I mean, you can say he's,
but they'll still say his name, and nobody will know like who the fuck he is. So then they'll just assume that he was killed by a white cop. They'll be say his name, and then it'll be like, oh, Johnny Holman.
Agent of white supremacy, though. Like,
I was thinking that.
Unit.
Still doesn't have the raw power of a glider doing it.
But he's still a Sunman who's an agent of white supremacy, though. Huh? But I agree. I agree with Black Gen Z, though.
This is. I think it's also this is too early.
Yeah,
it happens too early.
But it just like rolls off the tongue, right? Another Sunman killed over nothing to take it. They killing us, y'all. It just sounds so fucking.
It went from he got the ticket to he was dead.
Right.
For no reason.
It sells itself. If you think about it, it sells its fucking self.
When you're black, a ticket can be a death certificate.
Right.
You gotta have like a catchy slogan like that. You know what I'm saying?
So now naturally we gotta go to the Gucci store and load it.
Yeah, man.
Gotta be fresh to death.
I'm not right away. Sign the ticket. I'm not telling you. Put your arms behind your back now. Put your arms behind your back. Put your arms behind.
And Deacon Holloman is tased while he is on the ground there. Following the tasing, he lost consciousness. He is transferred to the hospital but did not survive. Now, Mayor Andre Dickens released a lengthy statement where he extends condolences to the family and talks about the administrative review of the case that led to the firing. His statement reads, in part, their review found that Officer Kyron Kimbrough failed to have a supervisor on the scene.
Kyron Kimbrough.
My God.
Damn.
He's in trouble because he didn't have a supervisor on the scene. Yo, so every fucking arrest you're understaffed. Even if you're fully staffed, that's not fucking like prudent. To every fucking traffic stop, you bring a fucking supervisor to the scene. Come on, man. In a city like Atlanta,
that's just unrealistic.
Come on, man. This ain't fucking Mayberry, man. This is Atlanta. There are fucking millions of people there. What the fuck is he talking about?
On the scene prior to proceeding with the physical arrest after Mr. Holloman refused to sign the citation. Now, Officer Kimbrough was fired, but he has not been charged in this case.
That brother
the
lost
Holloman family has
job.
scheduled a news conference for 2 o'clock this afternoon.
That brother lost his job.
Bro, that is not fair. At all.
Sucks.
This is what happens when you police your own.
I'm telling you, man. Let's see what the family's not too happy about it, but it doesn't. I don't see any rioting. I'm not seeing like rioting and protesting, man.
Did this just happen, or when did this happen?
No, it happened in August, but they just giving an update, man. Shit, man.
I mean, it's never too late for it to pick up traction. We've seen that happen before.
Right, facts. But I think that they've got so much time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
and then they got so much time, and then again, not to be rude, but they got with how the summer be acting, they're not worried about it. They're gonna get somebody.
Yeah.
Well, Reformation Brewery has a new brew on tap, TSM Cider. That stands for Thomas Shepard Milner. And the proceeds from the sale of this cider are going to benefit something Shepard really loved in life. Reformation Brewery in Canton has a lot of craft beers on tap, but their new cider is special.
After Shepard passed away, my oldest son works here at Reformation, and Reformation wanted to do something for the families.
That's Shepard Milner's mother, Martha.
And Drew said, hey, let's do something in honor of Shepard. Let's do a cider, because that's what Shepard liked over beer. And he loved particularly
How did the
cinnamon
slider
whiskey.
pass
Shepard's
away?
older brother, Drew, came up with the flavor and brewed it himself.
We actually took the cider and put it in a cinnamon whiskey barrel for about 3 weeks. I'm going to hang out in there, get kind of those oaky tone, some of that cinnamon spice, something that he'd probably drink.
At least 10 area restaurants have already agreed to serve the cider. Reformation offered to donate the proceeds to a charity of the family's choice.
I gave it a lot of thought. What would Shepard want? What would mean?
It's taking them a long time to get the fucking glider down. It's not to make me worried.
Yeah, he had cancer. You know, he was out climbing, and fell, rock hit him or something.
Yeah, like
I'm really
get
worried.
to it, man. Shout out to Deluxe 247, aka Cal Ripken, aka the real MVP, coming through for the 1000th show in a row.
Means something to Shepard. He was an animal lover, particularly a cat lover, and he has had a cat his entire life.
That's how she found the Feral Cat Program of Georgia.
Founded in 2004, and since that time we've grown to be a force for trap, neuter, return for feral cats in our local area.
Friday, Shepard.
You white people are crazy.
Shepard's family helped present a $1,000 donation from the cider sales to the program.
This is a family that over the last few months has been through a tremendous loss, and yet somewhere in the middle of that, they said, let's try to turn this into something good. We will be good stewards of this donation because we know how hard it was for them.
Now everyone raising a glass of Shepard's brew will not only be raising money for a good cause, but raising the spirits of this family.
We know we're heading into a difficult time with holidays. This is going to be particularly difficult, but it just was very heartwarming to know how much the community.
What happened to him? What's his name?
name?
Thomas Shepard Miller.
Right, it's kind of odd.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. He died. He was killed. I mean, he was killed. That's what it says. That's what the.
Yeah.
But
he died jumping into a lake and was electrocuted.
oh, okay.
I think I remember
Glider.
that.
Okay, good. Glider. He's a
Yeah,
glider.
cursed Lake Lanier.
Local woman is
Glider on glider crown.
The sun's off the hook on this one.
Yeah, exactly, man. Just some gliders, man. Let's see what else is going on.
Yeah,
Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. We're going for 500 likes. Everybody who has not hit the like button, just simply hit it now. So everybody who has not hit the like button, hit the like button now. We can get to 500 likes.
Local woman is demanding justice now after a neighbor reportedly shot at her nephew as he jogged past the man's home. Cobb police arrested that man. The incident happened along Hillcrest Chase Terrace in Austell. Fox 5's Deidre Dukes is live at Cobb Police headquarters tonight on the story. And Deidre, you spoke to the victim's aunt.
And Christine, Shannon Allen is outraged. She says her nephew could have been hurt or killed, and she wants her neighbor to face serious charges.
My nephew did nothing wrong. He was going on a morning jog.
Okay, so we got a black
Jogger.
victim. All we need is a white shooter.
My nephew did nothing wrong. He was going on a morning jog.
Shannon Allen's nephew was training for a boxing match when he set out for a jog.
Isn't that interesting? We had a boxer in DC get killed the other day, and it was none of this. Like, it was just like, you know, like, there's no chance of that becoming a big story. That boxer who's literally killed.
This should be a national story. I thought Black joggers were an endangered species that needed to be protected. Like, surely we need to find out who did this.
I think it was a black shooter, man. Because this is perfect. This is perfect.
Yeah, that's 100% black shooter.
Yeah.
Did nothing
Gotta
wrong. He
be.
was going on a morning jog.
Shannon Allen's nephew was training for a boxing match when he set out for a jog in her Austell subdivision at around 8:30 Thursday morning. 25-year-old Justin Culpepper was about a block from her home
Justin
when her neighbor
Culpepper. Could that be?
Alejandro Alvadelnez
Oh shit! Damn.
Almost, man.
Yo,
Yeah.
this goes to show our prejudice, man.
He's a little bit too brown. Like he almost like if he was he's clearly brown.
Is it on burrito?
Yep, on burrito.
Clearly an burrito, man.
Yo, he did it. He did it for all the cornman, chief.
Some
Yeah, he did it
goddamn
for
No
food,
Country for
yeah.
Old Men on burrito
For the
right there.
for all the taco trucks.
Yeah, we even for the jail toilet stomping.
Nigga was up in the score.
when her
The
neighbor
score, one
Alejandro
on one.
Alvadelnez
Green light.
reportedly fired a rifle at him.
He started his run. He ran past the guy, and next thing he knew that a shot was fired. He turned around,
So
and
that's all that happened. I don't believe that's all that happened. I don't believe that's all that happened. I don't believe that all the son did all the there was words exchanged or something. Not saying that makes it right, but it's just weird.
A rifle at him.
He started his run. He ran past the guy, and next thing he knew that a shot was fired. He turned around, and there was a man holding a rifle, waving it at him, telling him to go away and get out of here.
Allen's nephew circled the block, and as he approached her home, he saw Alvadelnez sitting in his vehicle outside. Her nephew ran inside and told Allen what happened.
I saw the individual from my upstairs because I was getting dressed ready for my day, and I did see him, but I thought nothing of it until my nephew came in the house and said this man was shooting at him.
The man was gone when they got downstairs. Allen says they got in their car to head to his house.
And I proceeded to try to back out of my driveway, and this individual pulled up in the cul-de-sac in front of my home and asked me, did my nephew live with me? And I said, well, what does it matter? And he asked me again, and I said, well, I'm calling the police.
Police responded to the scene and arrested Alvadelnez. They charged him with reckless conduct. Allen believes he should face more serious charges.
Absolutely, because this...
She believes he should face more serious charges. Funny how they always find
extra litigious when it comes to anybody else.
Exactly. That shit crazy.
Yo, he's getting charged with more already than the son man. He's literally going to like get prosecuted. Son man wouldn't get prosecuted for this shit.
With reckless conduct. Allen believes he should face more serious charges.
Absolutely, because this could have been my nephew's life. This could have ended terribly. My nephew was just jogging, and what if my garage was up? I fear to think that if my garage wasn't up, then my nephew would have been fumbling at the front door, and he would have shot him in the back.
Just like Ahmaud.
And the suspect is free on bond on that reckless conduct charge, which is a misdemeanor. No one answered the door at his Austell residence this afternoon. In Cobb County, Deidre Dukes, Fox 5 News. Yes.
That was close, man. We needed a glider to do that shit.
No, but now I'm like in the whole, one-on-one today. The burrito, the Black and Brown Coalition.
Had to get even.
Yeah, I want to see if anybody gets ahead.
Hold up. He shot at this son kid, and the son man like curb stomped to death onto a toilet. The burrito.
Yeah, that is
Seems
true.
to be some magnitude of difference there, in my opinion.
Okay, you know what? He's right.
Get on
It's
technical,
1-0.
man. Yeah, man, it's just 1-1,
Well,
man.
his teeth are all over the ground, and
He
like
makes a good
brains are
point,
leaking
Alex.
out.
He makes a good point. It's still 1-0.
He tried to hit back. He
It's
slid
effort.
too far.
You know what? 1-1. Fuck it. Just off the strip.
On top of a breaking situation from overnight, but
Man.
unfortunately, it's one we hear all too often here. Someone shot and killed a man at a gas station, and this time it was in front of his young children.
Let's get right out to Atlanta News First reporter
yeah.
Rebecca Schramm. She's live at
We did
Atlanta
this
Police Headquarters for us this morning. And
Yes, we
Rebecca,
did this one.
detectives say they have some pretty good leads in this case.
Yeah, I think we did this one. We did this one. Yes, we did that one. Shit. Yeah, we did that one.
Seems like a common story in Atlanta.
Yeah, but common story in Blackistan, man.
If you at these gas stations in the A, bro, your ass better have a head on a swivel.
Man.
That's crazy.
100 rounds into a DeKalb County home. Now at noon, several people are recovering from gunshot wounds this Thanksgiving. Good afternoon. I'm Don Shipman.
And I'm Lotta Harris. Awful news to have to report on what's supposed to be a really great day. Police tell us this happened along Cascade Manor Drive in Decatur. We brought this to you as breaking news over the morning show and had no idea 100 rounds into a house. So we have Atlanta News First Rachel Aragon there now. She's live where the shooting happened. Rachel, you just talked to one of the victims.
I did. A man I spoke to just now at home recovering, but police initially telling us they first responded to this neighborhood here behind me around 2:50 this morning. Officials say when they got here, they found 4 people inside that home with gunshot wounds. Take a look at the video from earlier at the scene when it was all unfolding early this morning. Police say all 4 victims taken to the hospital and suffered non-life-threatening injuries. The victims were told ages ranging from 37 to 57 years old. Officials say initial information indicates everyone was inside the residence when an unknown suspect or suspects fired in excess of 100 rounds into the house. We spoke with one of the victims just
100 rounds into your house. That's son behavior,
100
man.
rounds, 4 injured, not killed on Thanksgiving. We can probably call it
Damn.
in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's a right. I mean, that's yeah.
The cop ain't no joke.
Is there a city where there wasn't a shooting on Thanksgiving? You know, just the holiday spirit took over.
I mean, look, if they want to just remove all doubt for us, just say he was kicked out.
Just now, he did not want to be identified, but said he and his girlfriend were grazed by bullets. He says he has no idea who would have shot up the house early this morning.
Well, we just laying in the bed early this morning, about maybe 1, 2, and then next thing I know, the shots start coming through the window. I don't know who it was, and see nobody. It's just they shot the whole place up.
And police also adding and saying that there were 3 other people in addition to those 4 injured inside the home at the time of the shooting. They also add those 3 inside, though, were not injured. We are still waiting update, of course, on any potential.
Salute, man. Please take the $5 challenge via PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat. And please hit the like button. We close to 400, man. We just need like 18 or 19 more to get to 400. Also, please subscribe if you're new. Subscribe.
100 shots. How the hell you miss a whole 100 shots?
That's Dolph, right?
Yeah, Dolph.
How the hell you miss a whole 100 shots?
They got him in the end.
Yeah. that didn't age well.
Yeah. Well, they rarely do. Or long.
Give me another city, man. Give me another city, man. Let's see what's going on around this thing, man. Shout out to Christy Webster, a.k.a. Michael Babe Ruth Jordan, a.k.a. Go! Now, Rushmore. Tuskegee in this bitch. Tuskegee. Ain't that where the those white people did that experiment on them black people?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I don't know the details.
Yeah, man.
Gave them syphilis or something.
Something like that.
I think they already had syphilis, and then they just observed them without treatment.
Okay,
They gave
gotcha.
them a placebo. I think they
Yeah.
placebo.
And then
Still
it
kinda
spread throughout
fucked up.
the community, right?
I don't know about that, but I know
No,
that.
I think it was people who already had syphilis and they were giving them treatment that wasn't actually treatment, you know.
Yeah, but these guys were people were out still going out having sex though.
Well, yeah, for
They were
sure.
spreading it as a result, and the gliders knew it. But
Right.
they allowed it to happen. Is
Well,
kind of what I
possibly
understood.
under the impression that they were being treated. I don't know, but yeah, they
But
had
the
been doing it
symptoms
previously
didn't-
anyway.
The symptoms never got better, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Well, Black Friday kicks off a busy holiday shopping season and a busy crime spree for some. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office is warning people to protect themselves and their homes. WSFA 12 News reporter Monet Stevens
Glad
is
I went
joining
ahead
us
and got
live
my
with tips
TV.
on how to avoid becoming a victim. Monet?
Well, Val, Sheriff Cunningham says it all boils down to those small details like double checking to make sure that your car and your home are locked.
Check your surroundings as you check off your holiday shopping list.
Be mindful about your surroundings. Be mindful about who's watching you.
Montgomery County Sheriff Derek Cunningham says the holiday season is when law enforcement expects an uptick in crime, specifically break-ins and theft.
You're out shopping. You're going from store to store, and people are looking for an easy target.
That's why the sheriff recommends that you park close to the stores you want to shop. Do not carry a large amount of cash and hide your valuable purchases and belongings out of plain sight.
Don't clutter up your back seat with all those nice packages and then go from store to store and you're leaving those packages that's very visible from anybody that can walk past your car, look in and see those packages.
Ideally, authorities say packages delivered to your home shouldn't be seen from the road. Sheriff Cunningham advises that you have a designated place or person to collect your packages.
Don't
That's some glider crime.
give a porch pirate the opportunity to be able to drive by and see a big box sitting on your porch.
Piracy.
Also have those conversations with whoever delivers your packages and have a hidden location at your house where they need to leave those packages.
No matter where you live, never allow yourself to be an easy target.
There's no safe neighborhood out there. Anywhere.
All right, now we're back to some people.
Damn.
Right. Yo, this guy's scaring me, man. I'll be like, shit. I'm staying inside.
I do long for the days of these old documentaries like you show sometimes, Doc. It could be like, be on the lookout for feral, wild, Negroes out here robbing your packages.
Right. Yo, hi. Did I hear you say that this is a glider crime though?
Porch piracy is
definitely.
definitely mostly gliders.
I don't know.
It's a heroin addict crime.
I think everybody does this, except that obviously with the Suns they bring that extra little.
I'm sure some people do it too, but
The difference is the black people they just gonna catch the UPS USPS man. Yeah, they just gonna catch him in the whip once he step out that car. Then they fuck what got taken to the porch. We gonna hit the truck.
You know that scene in Lord of War when they land the plane in Africa? That's basically what it's like.
I mean, I've seen a video of a sister with her kid. Her little kid was up in her still packages.
No, listen.
I think everybody does it.
Listen. Well, by saying it's a glider crime, it's saying that it's not like, you know how like carjacking.
Most of the videos we've seen are gliders.
99% of the time you get carjacked, it's gonna be a certain person. You get shot in public. 90% of the time. With porch piracy, it's probably 50-50.
Okay, I'll give you that.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, if you live in Philadelphia, you know what I'm saying, in the hood, it's gonna be sons stealing your packages. But in glider neighborhoods where there's no murders and there's no carjackings, there's still a lot of porch piracy.
Yeah, for sure. All I'm saying, and I think this goes what I'm saying, is the Suns bring that extra, and they might end up killing you if you come out of your door, and they might just gun you down for interrupting their piracy.
Yeah.
Never allow yourself to be an easy target.
There's no safe neighborhood out there. Anywhere where you can just walk in or climb a fence to get in, they're coming and they're looking.
The sheriff says neighbors should always help their neighbors as well. So if you see any suspicious activity, whether you're at home or whether you're out and about, you have to notify law enforcement immediately so they can get that head start, Val.
All right, thanks a lot. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office also can do a courtesy vacation check while you're out of town during the holidays. Just give them a call at 832.
Know where it's safe. Hide your kids and hide your wife.
Shout out to them. A courtesy vacation check. That's what I'm talking about.
Like in Home Alone?
Yeah, man. That was my movie. That was my favorite movie.
Yeah, me too.
You filthy animal.
Right.
That's my shit, man. Let's see. It's kind of slow over here, man.
What about that one right there? Yeah, there you go.
Lee County. 3 Montgomery women have been arrested in Opelika, accused of organized shoplifting. Chelsea Hyde, Tendrika Pettis, and Dominique McGee are all under arrest. Police say they...
Damn.
You gotta watch out for them sisters with the chest tattoos.
Yep. Been warning about them for the longest.
And they're not going to get charged for this. They're not going to get a sentence that's going to stop them.
Yeah. They got kids at home.
Yeah, all of them.
It's probably worse to charge them with something heavy because then their kids are going to be out here in the streets.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do? There's not really much you can do.
Chelsea,
unfortunately.
Tendrika, Dominique.
They stole items from Ulta, Dick's Sporting Goods, and Best Buy. When officers caught up to the trio, they reportedly tried to run, but were taken into custody. All of them are now being held in the Lee County Jail.
They're being held?
Lee County.
Wow. Maybe that was just for the time being.
Where was that?
They're not gonna do shit to them.
Tuskegee.
Montgomery.
Oh, Alabama.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Are they gonna do something to them?
They'll probably give them bail.
Yeah. Bail review.
They just haven't had their hearing yet. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Or even they couldn't pay whatever small bill there was. Let's see, man. Alabama is a very sunny area, man. It gives you provides with a lot of
It's been quiet since the Battle of the Montgomery River Ferry.
Yeah, man. Oh, okay. Let's see. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Live, local, late breaking. WVTM 13 News at 6 starts now.
That's why I fight for him, because he didn't deserve it. He didn't deserve this.
It's been 20 years since the murder of Rodriguez Johnson. 2 decades later, police have yet to make an arrest in this case. Thank you so much for joining us here. I'm Brittany Decker.
I'm Guy Rawlings. Every Thanksgiving, one Central Alabama family has to relive the pain of losing a loved one to gun violence.
WVTM 13's Shiv Scarborough was there as the family of Rodriguez Johnson marked 20 years since his death.
I just pray about it all the time.
For loved ones of Rodriguez Johnson, it's tough to celebrate Thanksgiving, even 20 years after he was hit by a stray bullet and killed during a birthday party in Birmingham's Powderly community.
I'm reminded all the time because he has a son and now he has a grandson, and our family is not the same.
Family members gathered at Highland Memorial Garden Cemetery in Bessemer on Thanksgiving Day to mark the 20th anniversary of his death. He was parking the car at the birthday party on November 22, 2003, when a bullet shot straight through the windshield, hitting him in the head. The result of an argument between a group of guys Rodriguez wasn't even involved with.
Now I kind of understand life a little better, so I guess I don't hurt as much as I was back when it first happened,
That profile.
I'm learning to live with it, man.
And loved ones remain devoted to honoring the life of Rodriguez Johnson. His mom even launched the Parents Against Violence Foundation to help prevent violence among young people.
I wanted to.
And that the results are in.
That program has failed.
Yeah.
Remain devoted to honoring the life of Rodriguez Johnson. His mom even launched the Parents Against Violence Foundation to help prevent violence among young people.
I wanted to get parents involved. A lot of times when we're raising kids, we just kind of like tend to give them freedom and don't understand that,
What?
they're exposed to a lot of things out there.
But what family members say they want more than anything is justice.
I'm tired of going through it. I'm tired of hurting. I'm tired of not knowing what happened to my baby.
The people who shot that thing probably died in like 2005 or some shit.
Right.
They're long dead. Yeah.
That got killed.
They ass didn't make it to the 2008 recession.
Right. It's just too long ago, man.
Yeah.
Way too long.
Hey, thanks, Doc.
Niggas probably pushing up daisies by now.
They never even made it to the iPhone, probably.
Who is short bus driver, man? Short bus driver, who are you, man?
Hey, what's up? I'm just a lurker, man. I'm just hanging out. I'm here all the time, though. I work third shift most of the time, so I don't get to comment or whatever. But
what are your thoughts, man?
Well, I was thinking it was just too much to type, but the like Derek getting murked in there.
He didn't get murked. Derek is still alive.
Yeah, he got stabbed up, but he's good.
Well, they tried anyways, but I think he was just gliding in there. I just wanted to tell you, like, I live in Milwaukee County, and about a year ago, I had to bail my brother out for some misdemeanor. We live in the suburbs, but in the county, so he went to the county jail. And
Wisconsin.
Yep. And it wasn't even that much, but when you bail somebody out now in Milwaukee County, it's like a little ATM. You got to fill out this little paper, and it asks you straight up, are you black, are you white, or other? So I checked other just because I don't care. And there's a mulatto guy sitting behind the desk behind the glass doing the paperwork and that. And I sat down. I saw him getting all confused, trying to figure out what was I. He called over this white shirt, black woman, over to, and they're looking and kind of getting confused, like what was I? So they brought my brother out to this little room right inside a door outside the waiting room. He's ready to go. And then they looked at him and said, "Oh, right in front of us." I wish I was wearing a camera, man, because right in front of us, she's like, "Oh, I feel your white privilege, but you ain't coming in here for 5 days and just leaving." They made him sit for 8 hours looking out that window. But his daughter came walking in. She was just a 18-year-old little white girl. And as soon as they saw that was it. They got mad. His privilege. So I don't know, Derek. He probably nobody was even. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, hardcore. She was mad because they said it right in front of us. They were some of the other dudes in their county blues were, just giggling and shit. And it's pretty rough. You got to be careful. It's different than it was when I was 18 back in the day and going to jail and shit in Milwaukee County. It's totally different. I mean, 8 hours I sat there waiting just right inside the door because, maybe she was mad because I checked other, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, that was her way of getting it back for what
Well, she hated you anyway, so.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I mean, it's done with, but I mean, I just think like this other, like the title of the video is, he probably was, the other guy probably, we're thinking too deep into it. I think he's probably just another name. And, even what was the guy's name? The guy that ate all the Simplifone phone and all that in Milwaukee, Dahmer. He got smoked and it was because the other guy thought he was Jesus. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you're right. Like, it could easily just be because like
some random shit.
Yeah, but let's be honest. With the son, it could be literally anything. It could have been Chauvin. It could have been anything.
Yeah, but I love the show and that. And I'm just glad to be on. I'm mostly a lurker.
How long have you been listening to us?
A couple years.
Oh, so you were here for the Brianna, the series.
Yeah. Yeah, I just most of the time, like I said, I work third shift, so I'm usually not where I can use a mic at work. It's too loud.
You say you're a bus driver?
No, no. That name came up. 20 years ago when YouTube started. I made that account because all the friends I had, everybody just. They came to me and it felt like I was driving a short bus. I had to babysit everybody. So that was the name that came to mind first.
Oh, my buddy Jaquez, he's a bus driver in DC. I don't know if you remember him.
Oh, I don't know.
Salute to
That's
hey,
late, man.
Hey, give me another city, man. Let's see what else is going on.
Milwaukee.
Burrito neither.
Dude, Milwaukee is terrible. Yeah, it's really
Milwaukee. Let's see Milwaukee in honor of
Oh, I visited Milwaukee for the first time recently, and I was like looking at it, I was like, what's the history of Milwaukee? And it turns out fucking stupid sun area. We got the fuck out of there.
A racist history?
Let's see,
oh, yeah, no doubt. Redlining and shit.
It's got all different areas. You know, it's a pretty long county from north to south. It's
Is it segregated?
Yeah.
4 separate shootings in Milwaukee, not even 2 days apart. Police say 17-year-old Chauvin Wilkins was shot dead on Thanksgiving Day. It happened at an apartment on 24th and Wells. Then a 38-year-old
He complains of a GSW to the left side of his abdomen.
hit by gunfire on 23rd Street earlier that holiday morning.
ETA to Schrader is approximately 15 minutes of the time.
Another 2 people shot overnight on Teutonia Avenue. Police say 1 is still fighting to survive. Then a 32-year-old shot Friday morning on West Mitchell Street. Police say 3 out of 4 incidents share one thing in common: an argument just minutes before.
God damn it.
Well, that case closed.
Damn.
Yo, didn't we see this headline everywhere else until violence started?
Somebody said jive turkey.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, jive turkey.
So Milwaukee is segregated by downtown. There's a center line, which is Wisconsin Avenue. North of that is the north side. That's the Sun territory. Just south of that is the south side. That's mostly Umbritos. And then you got the burbs all around it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we went to the Umbrito part.
It's not too bad there. I don't feel too scared there. But
Nah, it was all right.
How'd it go for you out in the burrito side?
I don't know. We got some good food, chilled, saw some people.
tacos?
Like, yeah, I mean, but when I looked up Milwaukee, the first thing it says was, "We's the most segregated city in the whole U.S."
In 1992, I was a senior in high school. The little suburb I live in is called Oak Creek. It just borders the south side of Milwaukee, the north, on the south end of it. And it was actually some national AP story about the 10 most segregated cities in the United States. And the little suburb municipality, Oak Creek, was like number 7 or something. It wasn't the racist city. It just had this, basically, I don't even know what the percentage was, less than 1%. You know what I mean?
Let me run something by you real quick, just to make sure I have it understanding correctly. Milwaukee was started, then like a bunch of industrious Germans came and they set up like steelworking and breweries and shit, and then Sun people came, and then all the German people left, and then there were Sun people in like 80-20 proportions.
Yeah, Milwaukee got put on the map because they got it was all
racist Germans.
Yeah, there's a big port on the lake, so yeah, the manufacturing built the city, and then those guys got all old, moved to the burbs, and yeah, it gentrified, all that, the same old story. But yeah, that's how. The only reason Milwaukee's on a map is too small to be as cool as Chicago, and there's no good teams here, so it's not as cool as Green Bay. So it's kind of
the Bucks are good, right?
The Bucks, sometimes, maybe this year. I don't know. I haven't paid attention. Really.
Aren't they good?
Yeah, they're good now. They got Giannis and they got Damian Lillard. So I mean,
they're very good.
They should be a problem this year.
There's a couple
3
okay
out of
things.
4 incidents share one thing in common: an argument just minutes before. While Milwaukee police haven't defined these shootings as domestic violence, research suggests these are the kinds of things that happen leading up to domestic abuse. The National Coalition Against Domestic Violence estimates 20 people are hurt every minute by a partner. Data shows it only gets worse during the holidays. It could be for a number of reasons, according to psychologists, from stressful family dynamics to tight finances. Psychologists say stopping the cycle starts with recognizing the signs, promising hope for safety during the holidays and at all times.
Oh, these were all battered women.
Big story tonight at 9. A driver is.
I don't know.
I don't
mean,
think
they
so.
just assuming that.
I
They're
think those
assuming
are
that.
all just people getting in a fucking argument.
Yeah, exactly.
For a big story tonight at 9, a driver is now charged for killing another driver in a crash in Milwaukee.
This happened Saturday near Appleton and Capitol. Sam Kramer joining us in the studio. And Sam, the defendant should not even have been behind the wheel.
That's right. The criminal complaint shows the Department of Transportation revoked Avery Young's driver's license in July. He wasn't supposed to drive again until 2028. Tonight, he's in jail because prosecutors say he crashed into another car, causing that driver's death.
We
Of course
just
he
did.
survived.
We just did the other week. 4 women were killed by 2 Sunmen in hit and runs. Remember the pregnant white lady, and then the 3 sisters got killed.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the same city. That was Milwaukee. That was the last time we were in Milwaukee.
Hey, wasn't I remember the one Sunman act that got like cars tickets? Wasn't that in Milwaukee? Where like the cops stopped them and then
Yeah.
everyone was like,
That was
that's
Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's probably.
On the day before Thanksgiving, the cars passed a collection of candles no longer lit near Appleton and Capitol, where a man died just 4 days prior.
We're seeing so much reckless driving all the time.
Prosecutors say it was just after 8:30 Saturday morning. A 40-year-old man driving west on Capitol Drive tries to beat the light. Police say that's when witnesses and surveillance video confirmed a second driver headed southeast on Appleton Avenue with a green light speeds into the intersection and collides with the first car. Court documents say the driver of that car, the one trying to beat the light, died almost 3 hours later at the hospital.
My heart breaks a little bit each day.
Police identified 34-year-old Avery Young as the speeding.
Damn.
He got that. I can see why he survived. He had reinforced nose and everything.
No chasing.
Driving on the north side here is really scary because you get that all the time. Cars driving, whipping through traffic, all crazy. They're all smashed up, and I know people that just lost their new cars because somebody hit them, just T-boned them, destroyed them in an accident, and no insurance, no license. They just take off. That's it. You're on your own.
But think about what the glider just said, right? Think about it. Some people are driving around with piece of shit cars all fucked up, and they wonder why they get pulled over by the police.
And then no insurance.
And there's no, of course, you don't need a license to drive. The car turns on still.
Not only your license, I mean, you've been licensed and revoked actively.
Yeah, if it says he couldn't have a license for 10 years, that means he's been DUI. Like I think in Wisconsin, it's after 3 times they take it. After 4 or 5, it's forever. You can't drive. So,
driver of that car, the one trying to beat the light, died almost 3 hours later at the hospital.
My heart breaks a little bit each day.
Police identified 34-year-old Avery Young as the speeding driver. According to the criminal complaint, Young told police he knew his driver's license was revoked, but he thought it was okay to drive while waiting on paperwork from court. It turns out Young's received a lot of court paperwork. A review of municipal court records shows since 2018, he's been cited 38 times for driving in vehicle-related
38.
Oh, Sandra Bland, motherfucker.
Shit.
where that accident, where did it say it was? Appleton and Capitol. That's not even in the hood. That's city, but it's upper northwest side of the city. So it's right on the edge of all the suburbs. But
is that gliders?
It's pretty mixed right there. Right where
look at
that
those
happened.
dates too. Those dates are back to back. Multiple infractions in one. It's crazy.
I think that guy last year was from Milwaukee that drove through the Christmas parade, took out all the white grannies and shit that were dancing.
Yeah. Keisha. That was
Keisha.
Yeah.
Yo, I was hearing the Sunman advocate for the brothers, right? And he was saying they want to set us up for failure. That's what they let us do. What we do. Oh my fucking God. Like, so you're saying that the gliders letting the Sunman exist is setting their ass up for failure?
Having laws is setting them up for failure.
We need firm, consistent rules and punishments.
Is like operating after suspension, exceeding speed limits, and operating while revoked. That's why Celia Jackson with the Coalition for Safe Driving, MKE, says tickets and enforcement won't solve the city's reckless driving problem alone.
There's certainly a strategy, but I don't know if that's the most effective strategy. We really do need a strategy that addresses the behavior.
And court documents add the car Young was driving was actually reported stolen out of Iowa back in April, but Young is only charged with knowingly operating a vehicle with a revoked license, causing death.
Wow.
That is crazy.
Knowingly operating a vehicle with a revoked license causing death
In a stolen car.
That's a great
What
charge. He came out. He came out pretty good.
Did they say that car was stolen a year ago and they didn't even know?
in Iowa.
Wow. Wow.
In Iowa.
The crisis hasn't changed. That's what a longtime Milwaukee alderman says nearly 2 years after his task force made dozens of recommendations to curb reckless driving.
The 35-page report was issued in June of 2020. Fox 6 investigator Brian Polson shows you a 24-year-old driver whose record of violations is 2 pages longer than that.
Hit the like button, subscribe, take the $5 challenge via PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat.
If behavior has consequences,
Why y'all gotta, like, I'm on a chase or something? I gotta catch up to you, right?
24-year-old Dyrell Chaplin
Why you gotta be, like, grabbing me? I just don't want you running.
doesn't seem worried.
I can't just give you my name and stuff so I can hurry up the process. I already gotta go.
He has people to see
I gotta get to my mom's so I got a funeral in the morning for my auntie.
and live streams to host.
Running res in broad day, that's me.
When Milwaukee politicians talk about reckless drivers,
they literally have no
Is that what you were talking about, Short Bus John?
Yeah, it's scary driving up there. Yep. You got to be real vigilant driving if you're even if you're insured, man. It don't count if they don't have insurance here.
when Milwaukee politicians talk about reckless drivers,
they literally have no respect for your life.
For those who are engaged in reckless driving, beware.
We will do something.
They might as well call him by name.
Chaplain? Yeah.
In the last 3 years alone, police in southeast Wisconsin have stopped him 35 times.
You're doing 66 miles per hour, stealing it.
That's nothing, man. The other guy got stopped 38 times.
Right. Hey, bus driver, did I understand correctly when you said that I can have insurance, but if they don't, it doesn't count?
Yep, you have to pay extra for what they call the umbrella clause or something for otherwise you're on your own, man. They just say, I don't even know why. I've been lucky, but I know other people that have really lost more than 2 cars in 2 weeks, kind of thing. You know what I mean? For that they live up there in the north side, so it's dangerous, man.
Do you know who they were hit by, or who they got?
I don't think they don't even know who they hit by.
Oh, well, that's a good enough indication in its own, I think.
Yeah. It's you got to watch everywhere you go.
North side means sons, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Chaplain? Yeah.
In the last 3 years alone, police in southeast Wisconsin have stopped him 35 times.
You're doing 66 miles per hour, stealing it on the viaduct is 30.
That's right, 35 times in just 3 years.
You got the worst driving record I've ever seen.
From blowing red
Damn.
lights to rolling through stop signs, cutting off traffic, and speeding. Lots and lots of speeding.
I'm in a wreck.
All of it with no plates, no registration, no insurance, and no license.
What the fuck? How is he not in jail?
Because he's a son, man. George Floyd died for this, man.
Because we suck at racism.
Damn, that's just crazy.
It's unreal. It's almost as if like it's a dream. Like this can't be real, but it is. And there's so many of them.
They need to sit his ass down for at least like 90 days. All these damn infractions. I
wonder if is he a juvenile?
He's 24.
Oh, well, yeah, he should be in jail. Yeah.
Forever.
A lot of these guys, just in general, across the whole country, they're being fooled. I mean, because we all know it's not just generally, it's not all sun people, it's not all gliders, but the people in control know how to play us We all know that, right? They know how to play us. And it's always it's not the people you see on the stage, the president, even none of them people. They're just puppets. It's the people that have all the money and all the control. They know to never get their name out there, right? So that really would be the only way to help things, I think, is if you could show the people that are fighting each other who's really that they're being played. I think they'd get mad at the people playing them instead of just everybody else. I don't know, right? It's almost no answer, but that's the closest I can think of to something that would actually change their mind to who their aggression is. If they knew that they were being kind of pushed certain directions for playing the metagame, I don't know. I think that would help. At least they would target the right people instead of just everybody in general.
So you think sons are being played?
Well, just like the George Floyd, you got the lower end politicians, angry Mad Maxine. She's an idiot up there starting violence and telling people they got to go attack the politicians at their houses and all this. And those people are just the puppets of whoever it is that really has all the money and all the power. And like her, for an example, out there preaching up on stage, cheering and telling people to go attack them in the restaurants. And even if it was a couple of years ago, it doesn't matter. It's just an example. But all those people that got mad and cheered and that, they just don't realize that even she is under someone else's guidance. The useless eaters, if we all knew who was really pushing things to be the way it is in the bad sense, I think that maybe they could at least aim their aggression in a different direction as opposed to just wrecking. Even, you don't crap where you live, or crap. What is it saying? You don't shit where you eat. You shouldn't. Anyways, people are doing it all over the place. They're under control. We're all,
You
I
might
don't know.
want to flesh that out and get that one together a little bit.
Yeah. I'll get you. Yeah. I'll think of better ways to say it more.
You have them? No. Got driver's license on you? No driver's license? But I'll tell you my name so I can get yourself. Oh, you don't got your ID on here?
Yet every time police stop him,
Bro, you take over the speed, man, okay?
they let him drive away.
I mean, you just let him go to continue violating the law.
One officer even left him with this.
Do me a favor, slow down, right?
In case you missed it, that was a fist bump.
It's so disrespectful to everybody that has lost someone because of someone like that, driving like that.
For Tristan Thomas, that someone was his sister.
But if they would have tried to arrest him, if they would have tried to arrest him, they would burn the streets down. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, the Tristan would have been like disproportionately black men getting pulled over and
right. How can you be a police in this day and age? How can you be an officer in this day and age in these democratic cities?
It's got to be frustrating, man. It's got to be frustrating, man. And the cavalier tone with that kid, like, he almost acts like the cops are bothering him.
Right. He don't give a
For
fuck.
Tristan Thomas, that someone was his sister.
It's been extremely hard.
Police say the man who caused the crash that killed Dwanetta Thomas last month had been driving with a revoked license for 5 years. So you can imagine what he thinks.
My blood was boiling.
Of drivers so enamored with their own reckless behavior, they record it.
You really have no regard for anybody else's life, much less your own.
Y'all know what the going on. We on serious with it now.
You're out here thinking you're cool and you're really not.
Something needs to be done about this because we can't wait any longer.
Mabel's right. Folks are just plain fed up.
Last year, under mounting public pressure, Milwaukee police.
Jesus Christ, did you see that fucking guy?
Fed up.
Last year, under mounting public pressure.
Yeah, Jesus. Some fucking sun turd plowed into whoever was in that car and did that to them.
That's fucking crazy.
Some sun turd with no license, no insurance, been fucking pulled over 50 times.
Right. After this accident, that
Milwaukee
same sun
police
turd just
launched
walked
the
away,
Traffic
ran away
Safety
like
Unit,
nothing.
or TSU, and put Captain Jeffrey Sun in charge.
This has got to be a full-scale approach to everything.
Between March 1st and August 31st last year, TSU officers wrote more than 15,000 speeding tickets. That's 4 times the same period in 2020 and triple.
They targeting black folks, I bet you. I bet you the numbers are going to show that they target black folks. Tell me I'm wrong, Chief.
Yep.
That of 2019, before the pandemic. But Milwaukee Alderman Michael Murphy says tickets alone won't cut it with repeat offenders.
They keep
those tickets.
They
Look at
keep
them, throw them in the backseat of the car.
They keep profiling those tinted windows.
Right. It's because they black, because the windows are black. They don't like
Yeah.
it.
It's crazy. There's got to be something that can be done, man. Listen, man. There's got to be. This is gliders, man. I'm calling on you, man. You got to do something about this.
Hey, lock his ass up and have him sit down for a good little while, for what it's worth, anyway.
Yeah, not to reform him, though, gliders. Not to change him, not to set him straight, but to get him off the streets so other people will be safe from him. See, gliders have gotten into this zone where they got all these reasons for taking these guys off the street. You take them off the streets so that we can be safe.
Right.
Period.
That's a good
Tickets
one, first and
alone
foremost.
won't cut it with repeat offenders.
Take those tickets, look at them, throw them in the backseat of the car. Thanks very much. They drive off. That's exactly what happens.
Chaplin has racked up more than $9,000 in fines from 73 municipal tickets.
I always got paper on me.
Almost all of which remain unpaid.
It has moved to a whole different level of disrespect.
Tyrone Dumas wants the city to send a stronger message.
What's wrong with lowering the boom?
The county's former director of public works spent 10 years helping young drivers get suspended licenses reinstated. But with the recent surge in reckless behavior, his tone has changed.
One of my friends told me, he said, man, in your old age, you done got mean.
Consider what happened last summer.
I was on 50. Yeah, speed limit is on 30.
When police and sheriff's deputies stopped Chaplin 8 times in 33 days.
I ain't running the stop sign.
Dude,
I
on camera, my guy.
I yield.
I'm not here to mess with you, bro.
Every
Yo.
And the cop has to play nice with. It's crazy.
Does it look like he's scared of police? Does it look like he's gotten to talk? Does any of the bullshit that you heard look like it's actually happening?
He rolling his eyes. Talking about something. I don't stop, I yield.
Right. Look, I'm just personally shocked that he's alive after all those encounters. How is he alive?
Does it look like encountering a cop is a death sentence?
I'm not here to mess with you, bro.
Every time
Stopped as a white 4-door Chevy.
he was driving the same car, a white Infiniti G37.
Infinity and beyond! I bet you if you don't have your car for 30 days, you'll think about the fact that, ooh, there's a consequence.
In October, Dumas emailed his old pal, Jeffrey Norman, the city's new chief of police.
He responded.
He suggested officers crack down on reckless drivers by taking their cars.
And it was one of those, oh yeah, that makes total sense.
Police listened.
The chair votes aye.
The Milwaukee Fire and Police Commission approved a change in policy.
Now we have the option to tow the vehicle.
Starting May 1st, officers will be able to tow a reckless driver's car if the vehicle is unregistered and the driver was stopped for endangering public safety, exceeding the speed limit by 25 miles per hour, fleeing from police, or
get all the things that, like, it has to be unregistered. Like, even this is too much, man. What if you don't have fucking insurance? What if you don't have no fucking tags?
Yeah, and in Georgia, you're getting arrested for that shit.
Yeah, Virginia too.
Or at least your car gonna get towed.
miles
Right.
per hour, fleeing from police or racing.
Let's do something. I think this is just the start.
I think this is a good step.
Thomas is concerned that policy is too limited.
It's a small step.
We do not want officers waiting for tows for hours on end.
And Captain Sun says officers will still have discretion.
I'm not worried about the plates or insurance or nothing.
The officer does have an option, but most officers
Damn.
told this individual.
One member of the Fire and Police Commission warns the new tow policy will have a disparate impact on poor drivers.
That's also why I disagree.
Wow.
Isn't it supposed to?
Right. If you don't, he said, I'm not even worried about the insurance or the registration. It's crazy.
You know,
He doesn't mean poor driver. He means poor drivers, like financially poor. I thought he meant poor as in like bad drivers. He means people who are poor who are driving.
Well, a few years ago, they took out all the educational driving stuff out of the schools here too. I don't know if that's, you know, federal or what, but so they don't even get classes to drive anymore. They don't get to sit in school and do it. They got to have parents that can. I think it's like $300 something to pay to get the driver's ed outside of school now.
He's something that know what the fuck right from wrong. Some shit you know is right is wrong. None of this stuff he's doing is stuff that you have to learn in the driver's ed class. You don't have to learn to put tags on your car. You don't have to learn to just be speeding through red lights. Like, you cannot take a driver's ed class and know that running a red light is wrong.
Oh, I know that. Yeah.
It's a good step.
Thomas is concerned that policy is too limited.
It's a small step.
We do not want officers waiting for tows for hours on end.
And Captain Sun says officers will still have discretion.
I'm not worried about the plates or insurance or nothing.
The officer does have an option, but most officers are going to tow this individual.
One member of the Fire and Police Commission warns the new tow policy will have a disparate impact on poor drivers.
That's also why I disagree that this is the next step.
She was outvoted 5-1.
Why am I supposed to bleed my heart for you when you were willing to put other people in danger?
Danger is written all over Tyrell Chaplin's driving record.
37 pages, man.
The question is what it will take to change his behavior before the consequences are irreversible.
The police department's new towing policy for reckless drivers takes effect this Sunday. But while Tyrone Dumas was hoping their cars would be taken for 30 days, the police department says there is no time frame set on that policy. In theory, Captain Sun says they could come right here to the city tow lot the same day to get their cars back out. However, the Department of Public Works says those reckless drivers will have to pay for towing and storage, and they'll have to get their cars properly registered before they can get them out. In Milwaukee, Brian Polson, Fox 6 Investigators.
Brian, thank you. So if you're wondering how we identify...
What if we cut both of his hands? He can't drive no more, right? Or what if you find some way to drive?
Yo,
Too much?
what's good, gang?
What's happening, man?
Black Gen Zizzle in the building. Hey, shout out my man Mossy. Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, shout out my man Mossy. I don't know where the poll came from, but I gave my W to Hot Black only because his Sun Man impersonation is better than Mossy's.
Half the time, Mossy, you don't say shit.
Mossy don't be saying shit.
Yeah,
but what was it? Yeah, but shout out to everybody though. What's up with y'all?
Well, what was the context behind that poll? That's what you were gonna ask?
Yeah, well, yeah.
And you put up a poll with superstars, like you said.
Yeah, this is the
Yo, Mossy blew out the water.
Second round. Yeah, Mossy.
Yeah, Mossy
got a lot of fans, man.
Yeah, Mossy got the dub. He got the strong dub.
Maybe it's the Second Amendment angle that Mossy fucks with, you know?
Maybe
People love
so,
guns.
man. Maybe so, man. Maybe so. Maybe so. Or
but I did vote for Hot Black too, but I love Mossy.
Yeah, I love Mossy. He's our MacGyver. We need him.
Right.
Yeah. Mossy's hey, man.
Y'all already covered Chauvin.
Oh yeah. You heard about that?
Yeah, I heard about that earlier.
Yeah, Chauvin got shanked up, man. Chauvin got shanked.
What do you think he got shanked for, Osa? What do you think?
there was no. How did he get shanked though? He was in Gen Pop.
It sounds like he must have been somewhere near other people.
No, that's crazy, man.
It is crazy.
That's
he got
crazy.
A dead list.
Yeah.
I think he did it for Floyd, but people are saying that, and this is true. It could be for anything with the brothers, right? It could have been like anything.
Nah, I think somebody tried to be a hero.
Yeah, me too. That shit was just so emotional.
I mean, yeah, I don't know though. I didn't see the story. I just saw the headline, so I don't really.
They didn't really say much, right? They just and then also I went through the Twitter streets, through Black Twitter streets.
Yeah.
You already know how that shit went.
Yeah, you know we happy. I bet you we happy as shit, ain't we?
Happy as shit, my guy.
Celebrating, man.
Celebrating.
That's an understatement.
Yeah. You say holiday,
It's a holiday. Yeah, they're gonna make it a holiday, man.
They're gonna make it a federal holiday.
Today, Chauvin. They're gonna make it November 10th. Yeah, man.
Oh man, I don't even want to hear people talk about it, man. They're gonna be all happy and feel like finally justice is served. I don't want to hear none of that shit.
Right. Like, what are you talking? Look, we all know if Floyd would have got killed by some other brother, no one would have gave a fuck.
We would have never heard about him. Ever.
Never. That guy would have literally that's the quickest way to be anonymous is to get killed by a sun person, even if you're a glider. Even if you're
true shit.
Shit, man. Give me another city, man.
We signed on Brito get butcher beat the fuck up by a sunman to death, dude.
Where?
I forget where, but it was a sunman killed his family and they hit him with a hate crime. So you know he must have fucking because we were saying how for them to hit a sunman with a hate crime, he really must have really drove the point home, you know?
Yeah,
that's rare.
Clayton County.
Some man must have wrote a manifesto, man.
He probably rapped about it. He probably had a rap video about it.
Getting the fucking hate crime, man. Shit.
I mean, I think the Sunman is the real victim in that one. If the gliders never locked him up, he would have never been in that situation. You know?
Right.
Let's see what else is going on. I want to go ahead.
No, I was just asking, where's Gilbert Islands? DVK put Gilbert Islands. Where's that?
Gilbert Island. I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to see if anything is coming up about Chauvin, what happened. We'll probably learn that tomorrow, man. Any more news? If we find out what was the impetus? Why did the guy stab him?
Yo, why Trump wins and pardons him? Damn, that shit would be crazy.
Oh damn! You talking about if Chauvin would have lived and Trump would have pardoned him?
Well, Chauvin lived. He didn't die.
Oh, he just got stabbed. Oh, he ain't died.
Yeah, no. He said he got stabbed pretty good though. That he was.
Yeah, they got him pretty good.
Yeah, he's not dead yet.
Oh shoot! If he lives and Trump pardons him, that would be epic.
That would be. I don't even know what that would look like going forward. I know where I'll be. I'll be at the Ferragamo store. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be a great day, man. If Trump does that, man. Oh man.
Is it y'all think Trump's gonna get the W?
Nah, the Democrats are demons.
I don't think they're gonna let him, honestly.
For real?
They haven't even started though. You gotta remember, the Democrats are look how hard they're going now, and it's not even close.
They're already retooling a bunch of guys.
Could you imagine June, July, August, September,
with your help,
October, as it gets close to money time, man. They gonna pull out all the tricks out the bag, man.
Yeah, to all my cops in Ike Nation, man, be careful out there, man. You know time it is. It's demon time with these liberals.
Yeah, man.
Well, then so then that's the reason to let these uninsured drivers go. Then you see, like they stuck, man. They be having their hands tied, man.
Yeah,
I hate that for them. Sorry, I feel bad for them.
me too. Me too.
Is Cook County on here? Damn, bro.
Yeah, salute to him.
Yeah, salute.
Who's that? Cook County?
Yeah.
I think that's product of Cook County. Yeah,
no, he's talking about Cook County though, I think.
Yeah, just in general, yeah.
Or even the guy from remember that one brother that was on here? Pharaoh something. He's a cop.
Oh yeah, from Savannah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a quiet night, man. Maybe it's the holiday season. Maybe the holiday did work to kind of keep it quiet. We did Atlanta already. Let's go to the Great Northwest, man. Before we get out of here, man.
I was hearing that DC is I guess like a black utopia or like black. So I forget what his chaotic was saying, but
it ain't that.
Right.
Whatever he said, it ain't that. But it is. Now listen, there are places where you can go, you can live, where they're very nice in DC. It's just that Sunman, well, he can go there too. They're everywhere. If you think about it, if you stay in your house, like you get home from work and you go in the house, and you DoorDash or you Uber Eats or you Instacart everything, and you and if you do leave out the house, you don't like just sit in your car, just chilling, like playing on your phone, like while you're just sitting in your car. There's steps you can take to make yourself safer and things like that. But the sun man, he's looming. Like his presence in DC is like, it's not like a place where DC is not like a place where he took over. Like DC is his. Like some man in DC don't feel like he out of place anywhere. He feel like, yo, this is my shit. You're out of place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
I think what Chaotic was saying was that he didn't understand. He thought he was offended that the mayor declared a state of emergency because he feels that it being the capital that all these gliders agencies could shut shit down. But I don't think he understands the dilemma that we're in as a society. You know?
What was Chaotic saying? The agencies? What agencies?
He was mad that the mayor of DC declared a state of emergency because of all the violent crime committed by juveniles.
Yeah.
And he was saying that that's bullshit, that it's racist, and that the gliders.
He might be trolling though.
I'm about to say, was he serious?
No. You know what? The thing about I watched him, right, and I know that he does troll. However, I do think that he believes. I mean, I think Chaotic is he's close. He knows that there's an issue. But I don't think he's able to accept and understand how deep the issue is. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I got from him anyway, from like hearing him and watching him. Really good dude. I'm not. Don't get me wrong, right?
Yeah.
But he thinks that the FBI, all these intelligence agencies in the Capitol, because it is the Capitol, could shut shit down and nip crime in the bud, right? They could just stop the crime. However, I don't think he understands that.
Yeah, he don't understand that you can't go too hard on sons in DC.
No, you can't. If the gliders go too hard on the brothers, the woke blacks are gonna react to it. On top of that, on top of that, if one of these stun criminals gets themselves killed, you know, there's just it's too much for the gliders to just go at it, you know.
Yeah, and in DC, it wouldn't be gliders though. It would be like the system in DC is like all kind of like a black thing. So like, it's black people running DC.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Now the gliders do have some say, but the areas that are affected by crime, the wards that are on the side, like for instance, if you're a fucking glider and you live in DC, let me just show you this thing that this perfectly. Let me see if I still saved it. This woman talking on I think I saved her Twitter.
I mean, you two guys are from there. You guys go up there. You guys know more than anybody.
Let me show you what people in DC like. I don't know if this woman's from DC, but this is kind of like what white people in DC are like. If you get to know them.
This Thanksgiving, I am personally giving thanks that my family is already well aware that I am not a keep the peace girly, and that if they say anything remotely racist, misogynistic, transphobic, or otherwise inflammatory and gross, I will be starting some shit and finishing some shit. What are you grateful for today?
Wow. No solution. Where's fishermen when you need them?
So wait, do any of those alphabet gangs have jurisdiction for crime and stuff? Like FBI, can they do shit?
Yeah,
or whoever?
can they?
Because this isn't really a state. It's still not a state. So
it's a
I don't know.
or some shit.
Yeah, right.
Well, the District of Columbia is run partially by the federal government. The budget and all that stuff is run by the federal government, and the prisoners go to the federal prisons. When you qualify for prison, not jail, you go to a federal penitentiary. So the president lives here. All the congressmen stay here for most of the year. Staffers, everything. So anything federal can they can do anything here. You know.
Oh, okay. So then so what is the advantage of calling for a state of emergency? Like, what happens? Isn't that when the military gets to come in?
I think the state of emergency gives her the power to get funding. Like,
emergency funds.
You can get more funding for stuff.
For programs.
It is a state
emergency
of
programs. Emergency midnight basketball.
It is a state of emergency though. There is is.
Look, and I'll shut up about it after this. But another point he was making was that, you know, it could open up young innocent, and there of course there's a lot of young innocent black men around, right? It could open them up to being, you know, targeted, right?
But that's not how it works on the street. Like, as a black dude, like it's not. It doesn't work like that. Like, you're just a black dude walking down the street. The police ain't just like looking at you like, nah. That's not how it works. Like,
not at all.
The criminals are doing the crime. They're hanging out in certain areas. They're doing certain things. A crime has been committed. There's a description has been given.
Right.
It's not like
people are talking. Your name's
just
coming
being
out.
Black man. You're walking down the street and the cops just eyeballing you and shit. That's not what happens.
Somebody else eyeballing you. It ain't the cops.
Exactly. It's not like that.
Oh, hey, we got an interesting perspective in the chat. This Bijou person, she values American democracy. She believes if we allow Trump to succeed on J6 and steal the presidency despite losing the vote, 243 years of American history would have ended. I encourage her to come, or is that to her? I don't know.
She's trolling, man. It's a troll, man.
You think so?
That person don't believe that shit.
I think
Well, social media trend continues to encourage violence among
She
young
going
people
in on
across the
Trump.
nation and here in
Are they?
Washington State.
Labeled as the Kia Boys, known for stealing cars to commit crimes. And recently, police say the group victimized a middle school. Fox 13's Frankie Thompson is at the school with more on this alarming issue.
This middle school was on lockdown twice on Friday because the Kia Boys were recklessly driving through the parking lots and brandishing guns. Police say today the Kia Boys are suspected in at least 2 cars stolen in the city, one of them being an armed carjacking of an Amazon truck full of packages. Car thefts are surging in Tacoma, like this one where a suspect is caught on surveillance camera carving something on the hood of a stolen
He's on
car,
burritos.
then dumped it in a random
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Tacoma,
Police say the culprits
Arizona
in
or
these
some
cases
shit?
are children, known on social media as the Kia Boys.
They're robbing,
Washington, I think.
they're injuring, they're stealing the car, they're pursuing, they're going off of the roadways, they're getting in collisions. It's damaging to this community, and we're going to lose a whole generation of kids because of this fad.
A fad that started on TikTok in 2022. The social media challenge shows how to steal cars, specifically Kias, and the trend, mostly followed by teenagers, continues leading to violence nationwide, including Tacoma, where police say kids ages 11 to 17 are committing crimes like armed carjackings and robberies.
Apparently that's not enough to go steal grandma's car in the middle of the night. Now we need to go and we need to hit grandma, rob her at gunpoint as she's leaving the supermarket, and steal her car.
Police and security are now securing all entrances to the parking lot at Hilltop Heritage Middle School after reports of the Kia Boys driving recklessly through here, brandishing a gun. Jeremy Mills says his daughter's school is continuously targeted by the group.
Lately, it's been happening more often, and it's becoming more flagrant. I know that they have said that there's been, weapons flaunted out the car while students are walking by, or at the school security guard, they've flaunted weapons at them. My daughter has looked on their TikTok, and they have TikToks and videos of them shooting their guns in the neighborhood.
Police say it's random kids claiming to be part of the Kia Boys that are committing these crimes and posting videos to social media for popularity. Parents want to know what's being done to protect their targets, like schools and neighborhoods.
I feel like if the school is the target, that from the city or someone else, there should be more accountability about protecting that building and with the kids that are inside of it.
Police say they do initiate pursuits in these cases, but will call off the chase due to the Kia Boys' erratic driving and the dangers they pose to safety. While officers say they are doing their part within the confines of the law, they also need the community's help.
Call it in. Let us start looking into it and maybe get in there with the right coach, the right counselor, the right school teacher, the right community influencer, and try and change that one kid's life. If we can change that one kid's life, you never know what can happen for them.
Police say they don't have specific suspects, as it's usually random kids who are committing these crimes. They say the Kia Boys wear face masks while driving, and they're always driving erratically. Police are asking the public to keep an eye out for that erratic behavior on the roads. And if you see something, they're asking you to call 911 right away.
They're always driving erratic.
Well, look, if they were on burritos, then all I gotta say is maybe they had a good reason. We don't know. We don't know what was said.
The Great Northwest.
Belongs to the streets now, right? It belongs to the streets.
It's rough, man. It's rough out here, man. Okay, let's see this.
Face to face with Manny Ellis the night he died today, Tacoma officer Micah Ford talked about trying to subdue Ellis in March of 2020 and what he saw the other officers do.
Ford and his partner, Timothy Rankin, were the second unit to respond to the scene. Ford was cleared of any wrongdoing and never charged with a crime. Fox 13 News reporter A.J. Janabel tells us Ford testified he did not see his fellow officers do anything inappropriate that night.
Yeah, it was an incredibly traumatic event that I think about
every single day.
Tacoma officer Masai Ford answered questions on the stand the entire day Wednesday. Ford and his partner, Officer Timothy Rankin, were the second unit on scene the night of March 2020. But Ford had a connection to the Ellis family before this event.
She is a mentor for me.
Ellis's mom, Marcia Carter Patterson, was Ford's counselor in high school. He had no idea of that connection the night of the incident. Despite being cleared of any wrongdoing by the Tacoma Police Department and never being charged with Ellis's death, Ford told the court he's been haunted by that night for years.
I've had people show up at my house, threaten my spouse and my family.
What did the threat say?
That I'm a racist murderer and I don't deserve to be a police officer.
Ford said he's had to remain silent for the entirety of the investigation until now.
I didn't see him use any unreasonable tactics.
Ford testified he and Rankin arrived at a hectic scene and went to help the other officers.
Like, what in the world happened before we got here and what's going on with Mr. Ellis? It was at that point I said, Timmy, can you tell me if he's warm? Is he? And I remember Timmy say he's burning up. I remember putting it I was like, I think this might be excited delirium.
Ford said he heard Ellis.
Oh, you can't use that word anymore.
All right. I was like, I think this might be excited delirium.
Ford said he heard Ellis say he couldn't breathe. He described looking Ellis directly in the eyes and tried to assure him help was on the way.
The fire department was coming. He was going to be all right. And he just needed to relax.
During the state's cross-examination, they focused on why Ellis remained in the prone position. But the defense and even the judge had issues with some of the lines of questioning.
What's beginning to bother me about this proceedings, though, is there's now a series of leading questions on this issue in which you're trying to treat him like an expert witness.
I'm not seeking to treat him like an expert.
Oh, that's exactly what you're doing.
Well,
and so don't kid me with that. That's what you're doing.
Reporting in Pierce County, AJ Janavel, Fox 13 News.
Wow, that officer didn't throw his other officers under the bus. That's crazy. Oh, he's a fucking sun man getting every. Sun men ruin people's lives from the grave, man. God.
Damn.
Shit, man.
The state hopes videos will help convict 3 Tacoma police officers in the trial for the death of Manuel Ellis. Ellis died in March of 2020 while being arrested. The state charged 3 officers with crimes. Matthew Collins and Christopher Burbank are charged with second-degree murder and manslaughter, and Timothy Rankin is charged with manslaughter. King 5's Drew Mickelson has the newly released videos, and we do want to warn you, the images and the sounds may be disturbing.
Tacoma police officers did not wear body cams back in March of 2020, but prosecutors say there's a doorbell video and several cell phone clips that will help prove their case that the police officers killed Manuel Ellis.
There's somebody in the middle of that doggy pile.
The videos come from people who live or were driving near the intersection of 96th and Ainsworth on March 3rd, 2020, the night Manuel Ellis met up with Tacoma police officers.
Mr. Burbank, we can see the right side of his face, but no ears, no nose, no eyes.
Forensic video analyst Grant Fredericks took jurors through the videos, frame by frame in some instances. Prosecutors say the clips show the officers were the aggressors, tackling Ellis. Fredericks testified Ellis was tased.
Well, he's under arrest.
Yeah, they're usually gonna be they're gonna look like aggressors if he's under arrest.
Yeah, he's resisting and he doesn't want to be under arrest. So it's like, yeah, he got tackled. That's kind of like how it works, man. Like, fuck, man. This shit is so fucking annoying, man. Great show, guys, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. Hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe if you haven't. Same black time, same black channel. I'm out of here. Peace.
All right, peace.
Thanks.